Absolutely,
for
I
the
agree.
memes.
So then would you say that your TikTok is part of your productivity rather than your dopamine rush?
Absolutely not. It's just me coping.
At least you're honest with it, bro.
But the truth is, TikTok is
Welcome back to Yapcha Sessions VFO Very Fast One. Today is the 23rd of February, 2024. I don't think I mentioned this in the previous recording, but it's okay.
How about we call it very fast one?
Very fast one.
Quite Chinese, huh?
Yes, very fast one. The Indian said it, not me. MJ, what are we discussing about today?
today we are going to discussing about our phone times for first.
Screen time.
Screen time
Yeah.
and overall dopamine culture. We'll explain what dopamine culture is. Now, I want to start this podcast by doing this, okay? We're going to start with John.
Oh shit, you should start with someone else first, but it's okay.
Review your average daily screen time over the past week and your top 3 most used app. By the way, can I charge?
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Let's go.
My daily average over the last week has been 7 hours and 42 minutes.
Okay.
My most used apps are Monster Hunter now. 10 hours and 10 minutes of Monster Hunter now. Second is WhatsApp of 6 hours and 58 minutes. And then Instagram of 5 hours and 23 minutes.
Sorry, Monster Hunter, WhatsApp, Instagram.
Yes, in that order.
And how many hours of Monster Hunter?
10 hours and 10 minutes. Sick.
Vincent.
Mine is 3 hours and 42 minutes.
Wow.
And the
Average,
top-
right? The weekly one.
Averagely, yeah.
Average week?
3 hours, 21 minutes. And the top one is YouTube, 6 hours and 53 minutes.
Wow.
Second one is Instagram, and then last one is WhatsApp.
Oh. Okay.
Poighers.
Mine is 1 hour 27 minutes.
The weekly average?
Yeah.
The weekly daily used to be.
Yeah.
I find it so shocking. I feel like every time I talk to you, you're always looking at your phone. That's crazy. Okay.
But really,
Yeah. But I never look at my phone when you're talking to me, which is weird. That means I'm always looking at my phone?
when you're not talking to me.
Yeah. Okay.
My most used apps is WhatsApp, and then there's Instagram, number 2, and then there's YouTube, number 3. Probably when I'm gymming, I'm watching all the shots of Dave Chappelle. And then surprisingly, number 4 is Waze.
Where is Pokemon Go and Monster Hunter?
Oh, whoa. Bro, Pokemon Go is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th in the thing.
And how many hours?
My Maybank has more time than Monster Hunter.
Bro, did you know my Pokemon Go, right, the last week is 5th place already. It used to be number 1.
Wow.
Yeah, how the mighty have fallen.
I've opened photos more than Pokemon Go and
You
Monster
what
Hunter.
about you, MJ?
So, coming in at number 3, WhatsApp, 8 hours.
Wow.
Work. I get like, for every day I wake up, 50 messages, 50 texts.
Correct.
That's crazy.
Okay. Number 2, TikTok, 8 hours, 23 minutes.
Because MJ needs to share TikTok Reels and Instagram, which is very important.
Correct. But number 1 is YouTube, 19 hours, 28 minutes. My daily average for the past week is 9 hours and 22 minutes. Now, I want to caveat by saying this,
Bismillah.
and this is not an excuse. The reason why YouTube is really high is because I tend to leave my phone on before I go to sleep. So I would like put on a Lex Friedman podcast. I'll listen for 15 minutes and I'll sleep, but then my phone will go through the entire podcast. Or it could be one of those music, thing that
White
helps me
noise.
white noise, bunch of different stuff. So that's where the skew
I
comes
don't know why for some reason I thought you could say ex-hamster. I'm like, wait.
Wow, okay. Maybe.
I'm like that. I just leave ex.
Freudian slip, my friend.
We are not sponsored by them.
Freudian slip. Okay. Anyways, so one of the interesting things that people may not know is that on average, Malaysians, and Vincent, you can pull this up, Malaysians spend 9 hours on their phone on average. And we are like one of the most
Addicted.
phone addicted group of people in the world.
Wow.
So,
These studies, right? Is it a recent study?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. When was it
It
released?
appears on
September 20
Statista.
September 2022. Malaysia comes in 6th with an impressive 9 hours,
Impressive?
4 minutes daily.
How the hell that's impressive?
While Singapore doesn't even crack the top 10.
What?
They have to commute, bro.
Yeah, they have to commute.
We got car. We leave it on while we
No, if they
drive.
I saw the
commute on
Grab
the
driver
train.
watching his Indian drama while driving. So
No, if they
thank
commute
God you're
on the
still here.
train, if they commute on the train, they can always be on the phone while we're all driving, especially with the recent
that's true. Actually, that's true.
Yeah.
I think they
law.
have to walk a lot, part of the commute.
But you still can watch at. How is driving better than walking?
No, driving, you sit down the whole time,
But
you
you
leave it
still-
on.
Shouldn't you?
And you parking also, you sometimes sit in the parking lot and leave it on, I guess. I don't know. But I think if I was commuting, like, bro, when I'm in Japan, I never look at my phone, bro.
No,
I'm too
have
busy.
you commuted in Malaysia
Uh-huh.
for years? You will find out that there's nothing you can do besides your
Oh,
phone.
that's because the failure of the transportation system has made me look at my phone for a long time.
Correct. Yes. And then in Japan, I think it's a different
It's
thing.
too efficient, bro.
It's too efficient.
I'm trying to rush for the train, bro.
Like for Malaysia, if you commute, you are taking time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
need
yeah.
your phone. You know, if not means you're staring at some chick or dude and you got nothing else to do.
or reading a book, you know.
Or could be reading a book, yeah. So
But this doesn't excuse people who are driving there on the phone as well.
no, they shouldn't even be doing that, you know.
No, but that is a symptom of another problem which we will discuss in other episodes. It's called traffic. And then
Okay.
a lot of problems in
Yeah,
Malaysia.
we have a lot of problems. We have
But
99
Poighai,
problems. Yeah, sorry.
Why do you think Malaysians are phone addicted?
I'm going to go based on studies. This is because the people based on the study are us, and we have been using technology when it was improving,
Okay.
and then when it's being at its best, at its peak. I mean, look at our phones and everything, and we are enjoying this process, and that is why we want it. Like when we were a kid, we didn't care about phones and whatsoever, and then suddenly it came, you know, and like hell yeah. And then parents nowadays, not only they are watching themselves, they are also how to shut your kid off. Watch Cocomelon,
iPad kids.
Cocomelon, and from there, it raised up people like us, those to get the dopamine. Like I need to watch a phone, I need to hold a phone, you know, because we are being raised that way. Like if you think about it, right, when we were 71, 76, did you really need a phone?
No, but I needed my PlayStation.
PlayStation, correct.
I needed my computer.
But when
Oh,
you go back home, you got 2 hours now, your mom restrict you or whatsoever.
you truly.
So you have control, you know. But now like technology is there,
Yeah.
and we are adults, so we just wanted that phone, bro. You know, means what you gonna do? People nowadays rarely talk as well. You go out to a friends gathering, I will always make the initiative to talk. I don't look at my phone.
But that's just you and me.
That's
also
just you
lah.
and us, like, because but if you don't talk, right? If you notice, right, everybody else is just on your phone
Default, yeah.
by default, and that is pretty. You know?
Today during lunch, I was having double kai fan. Everybody looking at their phone. Correct or not? And Nick was like, earn money, earn more money.
Yeah.
Then I'm
Yeah.
just like, fuck you all, man.
So
Shopee is it?
it's I don't know
No,
what.
playing Monster Hunter.
It's either they just don't want to talk. It's either they are so in. It's just not even addicted, or maybe it's not even dopamine. They just rather not talk, just play with their phone, or
Real
it's
life
just already
sucks lah,
in them.
basically.
They just let that lah, you know.
Monster Hunter is the best world.
Game, but of course, if they play game, all it's called dopamine. What they like? Oh, I need my rating plates, go bro, level 5. Hey, but you don't know how important that is, by the way. Anyways, yeah.
I feel like I just need my phone and screen time, man. I'm always on the go. I'm always working. If I don't do that, what am I gonna do? Look at nature and tree? Yeah, for a while. Yeah, but how long can you do that?
What if it's how long? I don't know. You'd be surprised, man.
Dude, I got stuff to do, man. Gotta do it on the phone, gotta do it on a laptop. So I just revealed that my screen time on the phone is 3 hours, but on my laptop it's 9 hours. So when you combine that, I'm basically on screen time from day to night.
Yeah, the whole time you're awake.
Yeah, because my work is all about being digital.
But do you feel like you've been affected positively or negatively?
I feel I'm affected positively.
Wow.
You know, it's like whether if it's workout, I'll turn on like similar to you when you sleep, you listen to something. I'll just turn on something like a good podcast, you know, and listen while I work out.
It's safe to say your 9 hours is not because you want to get that adrenaline rush, but it's because you got work to do.
Yeah. It's not about dopamine. It's about like I want to be productive, and technology is productivity for me.
Yes.
And I guess that's pretty decent lah. So like maybe the angle where MJ is coming from, people uses the phone to get that act of dopamine, no? But for you are using the phone to get the money so that he can get dopamine at Genting.
Well, I mean, in between, I'll get my dopamine rush as well, going to TikTok, you know, going into MJ's.
Occasionally going to MJ's.
The screen is a one-stop shop.
I don't know if you guys know this, but you and your Insta story is at the top of my Instagram.
Oh shit.
Yo,
Thanks.
I need to put more stories so that I'm in the top 3 or so, man.
Yeah.
You know, 2 days ago, I posted my Instagram story. It's like when you're taking a picture of when you finally got a bad picture of your wife. And the first was like,
Oh yeah.
She got your ass. That's quite funny though.
But later we'll be going into the whole dopamine thing.
Yeah.
Right? I can see why I click onto your story. I don't even know why I'm looking at your story.
Oh, mine.
Yeah, because I know you will be posting the same thing.
Yeah.
So there's no value for me.
Actually,
Wow, bro. That's
but
an
you know
attack.
I've been doing this for a long time. I've been.
I kind of know what you'll be posting.
know what?
You know,
But let me just share with you why I feel my stories are like so clickable. Do you click my story? You click my story. right?
they always-
You click my story, when you see my story. You do it, right? Okay, so my theory is this. I started this long ago in 2017, 2018. 2018, right? Decided to go to the gym every day. I don't know whether you remember. We got like 5 a.m. I go to the gym. Do you remember that? Do you remember
I
that?
know you run lah.
I run, yeah.
No, but before that, I used to go to the gym at 5 a.m. So it was to hold myself accountable. Okay, I go to the gym every day, 4:30, 5 a.m. And then people look at it, they're like,
Oh yes, I
you remember
now.
that? You remember
I know,
that, right?
Your vlogs. I remember your vlogs also.
I damn hardcore one. Then in 2019, I decided to run every day. You remember that?
yeah,
I remember that.
I ran every day,
That's
bro.
why I confirm remember.
Confirm you can remember. I ran every day, 5 km, 10 km. I even ran stand chart, bro. Right? So
And that was the birth of YCS.
Yeah. And also, I realized, right, that by doing a consistent story, right, every day, right, people have something to look forward to. This is based on a Casey Neistat vlog. Because he used to post a vlog every day at the same time. And then people look at it like, yep, John's doing the same thing. It gives people a sense of security that today is going to be the same day. Maybe. That's why every time I post it, people are like, it's going to be the same day today. But when I post something hardcore, people are like, bro. Like when I carry the chairs, every like, bro, that is mad.
Now that you say it, I actually feel confident knowing that you went for a run.
Yeah.
I woke up, I look at my Insta story. Oh, he went for a run.
Imagine one day you don't see John.
That's when you know it's serious, bro. That's when you know it's serious. That when I don't post it, I'm like, wow, this guy.
John's day?
Today is not a good day. But I always try to make it a normal day. It's very hard to make it a normal day. So that's my theory.
I also want to do this stuff, but I don't know what I'm going to post.
So,
lah.
but specifically for you, because yours is probably the most unique phone, which is you have a game, right, that dominates you. Like,
Yeah.
how does that? How do I put it? Now, do you feel the urge to check your Monster Hunter? Or like, maybe walk us through, as someone with the game as number one.
Yeah. Actually, before I met Jen, I never played games on my phone. You guys play game. I never looked at my phone.
Even
Before
Pokemon
Jen,
Go.
he was working. He come gym. He go back home. Probably play some
But
PS.
but
sleep.
but to be fair, Pokemon Go came out the same year you started dating Jen.
That's why
That
Jen,
was the game that you started to
yeah,
play.
and Jen, right, never knew me before Pokemon Go.
So she thinks you're a gamer.
Yeah, she thinks I'm like this addictive behavior type of guy, ma. Like this guy is just too obsessed. I have 2-3 phones for Pokemon Go. I have 3 accounts that are above level 40.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work to get to
I
level
thought you
40.
got one of them level 50.
Yeah, max level, bro.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the cap increase, but whatever, right? Then I went to Monster Hunter because I felt like it's a better community. And actually, I think I'm not a phone person. I'm a community person. I actually don't look at my phone. Like, all my games are community-based. Pokemon, right, is a community game. You need to play with people, they're only fun, right? You go community day alone, right? 1 hour, I guarantee
Boring.
you go
1
back home.
hour, I'm tired.
You go home, I confirm one.
yeah.
Even I will go to a cafe, I just sit down, listen to a podcast, I just look. I hate looking at my phone. Even you see me play Pokemon Go, right? When I met you the first time, my phone was on the whole time, but I didn't look at my phone. I just left it on. It's just
Yeah,
a
you
habit.
just halfway, you say, hey, hold on, then you tap, then you continue.
Yeah, I really just don't like unlocking and locking. But at the same time, I don't like looking at my phone. But I like people actually. And even during a podcast, right, I have no like addiction to like, oh, I really need to look at my phone right now. Nothing compels me. It's just that I leave the game on. That's why my screen time is very high.
Yeah.
That's it. But I like the sense of community. Because I think when you, like these GPS related games, I feel like when you walk with people, then I get to talk to people about something. It's a conversation. But when you don't have a game to talk to with someone, then you have to find something else, which is very quite tiring after a while. After like 3 hours. Unless I talk to you, like you have, bro, every time I talk to you, I confirm I learn something. Then I'm like, wow, today I learned that Malaysians are the most crazy people when it comes to screen time. What will I learn tomorrow? The protein ratio is different for mung bean noodles today. Yeah, so I feel like I like talking to people more. But the game is a conversation starter.
So all three of you are very healthy. So let me be the unhealthy one now, okay? I think that it's very hard to justify my 8 hours on TikTok. Except that I want to entertain my Instagram followers.
Yes.
Hopefully I have.
I agree.
That's the only thing, right?
Absolutely, I
for
agree.
me.
So then would you say that your TikTok is part of your productivity rather than your dopamine rush?
Absolutely not. It's just me coping.
At least you're honest with it, bro.
But the truth is, TikTok is mainly about dopamine.
Wow.
Although I would say 20% of the time, I learn stuff on TikTok. to be completely fine. Whereas for YouTube, it's a bit of a flip. So for YouTube, it's like podcasts I listen to, or sometimes I listen to my own videos. But recently, the dopamine, what we in TikTok speak, the brain rot stuff, right? Would be my newfound obsession with K-pop. That's it. But you take K-pop out of the equation, my YouTube is pretty much 100% educational. So there I can give an account, okay? But TikTok is really like there to fill the time, and it's like a ritual for me at night. Before I go to bed, I need to turn it on, and before I know it, it's 4. Thankfully, I work for myself.
Jesus fucking Christ, are you serious?
Take notice when I forward or when I post the TikToks on
Yeah,
Instagram.
it's always at some odd hour.
I
So
never
it's
really noticed. I just watch.
Yes,
No, when he sends it to
because
you.
I know you guys are gonna wake up at 7, so I post at 4. I'm the first one.
Yesterday I slept at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You probably find some of my stuff. But yeah, so TikTok cannot be justified. And that really goes to the second point, right? The second question. And that has to do with the difference between art and entertainment, which is the article that I shared with you guys. Maybe you can share in
The link is in the description.
well.
Yeah, I think it's a very fascinating article.
Yeah, where it talks about the development of culture
Yeah.
and how a lot of these apps, a lot of these social media platforms are really designed to get you addicted,
Yeah.
right? And you can't just fall. And it's a much better form of addiction than I think the article says, right? Like drug kingpins say that or rather they get caught and being put in jail or death sentence, but Mark Zuckerberg isn't.
Yeah. Let me articulate this for the
Yes.
listeners lah. So, for example, let me set an example for people who are listening. Would you prefer to look at the Mona Lisa or an image on your phone of a hot girl? I think the answer is very straightforward. You would probably say image of a hot girl on your phone. Is pretty you get more joy of looking at a random hot girl on your phone because the Mona Lisa is just art, right?
I mean,
but
what if that person likes art?
for sure, but I think majority of people will pick the hot girl lah.
Is there a crime?
Like if I told you the girl wearing Chengli-ku,
Let's go.
there you go, you see?
Yes,
right?
go.
So I think even for me, right, I would prefer to look at the hot girl. Why? Because not Chengli-ku. Because everybody knows about the Mona Lisa already. But why would you go deep? Why would you learn more about the Mona Lisa? Why would you learn about the artist? Why would you learn where it is? Right? You would just, I don't care, bro. I want the immediate hit.
Yes.
But I think the crux of the entire article is not about the hot girl. It's about the addiction. Because people want you to be addicted to their platform. So the algorithm would recommend you the hot girl more because you select the hot girl more. So that's why they are selling addiction rather than content.
Yeah. So there's this, they call this a dopamine loop. So it starts with a stimulus. So this would be the hot girl.
Chun-Li-Ku.
This would be
A cool
TikTok
car.
videos, whatever.
yeah.
So then it distracts you. And
Yeah.
after it distracts you, because these videos are short, so typically it will release your dopamine,
Yeah, and then you go to the next one. Lah.
right? So then after that, you receive pleasure, and then obviously you want more. And after you want more, then you do this thing called reinforcement. And then this reinforcement
Creates a
produces habit, and it's this virtuous,
Vicious
not
cycle.
virtuous, vicious cycle.
Virtuous cycle.
Vicious.
It's virtuous if the girl is all the girls are hot.
Cycle. Now, I want to talk about this for those of you all who want more concrete examples, and it's not just about the theory and all the fancy words like reinforcement, right? So, Vincent, I just sent it to the WhatsApp group. Can you just go to the latest?
I just want to say, guys, if you all use this for work or to go
One
to
more,
the
one
gym,
more.
you guys will be shadow.
So I found this very
What's
insightful,
this?
right? So it affects everything. It's not just like you using TikTok or social media, right? So you look at athletics, the slow traditional culture, which I presume is where things should be. You play a sport. After that, you watch a sport because obviously watching football is a lot easier than playing football. And then the worst of all is you gamble on the sport. Journalism, your newspaper. Remember last time I used to wake up at 2008
Sandpaper.
just to read newspaper.
But I flipped to the back to see Ferguson what
No,
he
but
said.
here's the thing. Like, after I read what Ferguson says, then after that, what's on Star Metro? What's on this? Now I start flipping, right?
What cartoon?
Then suddenly we have multimedia, which is what we are all familiar with, and then clickbait. And
World
to be fair,
buses.
we participate in that process also, right? So video, you have film, TV, then video, then short videos. music is albums, tracks, and TikToks. Now it's just like meme sounds, like cats screaming, things like that. Images, gallery. So this is your Mona Lisa
the
example,
Mona Lisa
right?
example.
Communication is letters, voicemail, and then now short text. I'm guilty of that also. Sometimes I just speak in, code.
Oh, really, bro? Sometimes
I don't get code. Like, text sometimes it's very short, right? Like,
I speak in images and GIF.
yeah, see, you see?
Yes.
You see?
No, Poighai sends fucking voice message.
I
okay?
don't
Fuck
send
you,
anymore,
okay?
bro.
No,
When
but you
was the
send
last time I
memes.
sent a voice message?
Because it's me.
No, I don't send voice
Right?
message. I
No
always
more, it's
send
like,
GIF.
wow, you are really funny.
I GIF.
You're sending the GIF, right?
Yeah.
Or you're sending the frog memes or whatever, right?
Copium.
And of course, I think one that is the most damaging one would be, marriage, sexual freedom, and then swipe
On an app.
app.
I
A
want-
porn lah,
I
basically,
would love
actually.
to emphasize on this point
Yeah.
is that what we are missing, and is that the reason why these are all happening is because of technology.
Yeah, can say. But
Right.
you can say,
It's like
are you charging your phone, right?
back in the days, courtship and marriage, you ain't no technology to swipe. Then sexual freedom, I'm not gonna touch about that. It's issue sensitive.
But babe, before you go on, right? Actually, to your point, funny enough, right? People in the past, before we have the technology we have today, they were saying the exact same thing. So like, at one point, there were no newspapers, and so people had to
Pigeon.
Read a book.
read a book or something like that.
They go to the town hall and then they make
suddenly
an
with
announcement.
newspaper, then they are now inundated, right? There's the TikTok of the day. Suddenly,
Okay.
whoa, now you not only know what's happening in your street, you know what's happening in the far corner of your little village.
It's more like evolution.
Yeah, and then you start the village, then you start learning about other countries and other districts or whatever. And so you could see, I don't have the material here, but you could see people complaining about the same thing we are complaining now
Yeah.
in a way.
You're probably going to
Back
complain about
then.
something your kids do also.
Yeah,
Shit.
I have a theory on all this though, actually. What I observe is the truth. I think like last time if you go back in time, they'll probably say the same thing about our parents. Like my parents would be like, you're always reading newspapers, magazines, Reader's Digest.
Yeah, what's that?
What happened? You all don't read book one. You all don't go library one. You all
Don't
different.
write anymore.
Yeah, you all don't even write. What is this? Then after that, your kids all come out and look at TikTok. But I feel like we might even get to a point, right, where we are neural, like you just get it so fast, right? That
What's that? Black.
But do you remember that? Okay, I don't know if all you remember lah, but I remember quite clearly. You know that period in time, call it 3 years. When MSN was the MSN
Nudge.
was the thing.
What that was
And then
ICQ.
texting, ICQ, then texting, right? Do you remember how like parents or some older generations will get annoyed when you spell like K
Yeah.
LOL? You still remember that?
yeah.
I think it's something similar, right?
Yeah, but I think it's just changing its course. But at the same time, to my second point, I feel it's control lah. None of this is dopamine unless you let it be dopamine, right?
Yeah.
Like let's be real lah. You see, gamble on the spot. First of all, like granted, maybe there is joy in it, but why not you just if your dopamine is actually watching a sport, let's say if you ask me personally, right, would you rather see Hoyland score another goal, right, or gamble? Or win on a gamble, right? I think I prefer to see Hoyland just score because I love the sport, right? And even you can ask Poighai this also. I actually preferred to play football rather than watch football last time also.
We always do.
Yeah, last time.
Yeah.
But I think it's just older, ma.
That one also is because you're a community person.
Yeah, I'm a community person. I really love people more than this type of thing. But I think generally speaking, you can control one. You
Okay,
can control.
So, but then let me ask a question, right, to Vincent or Poighai.
Yeah.
What's wrong, right, if somebody does all of the right side? What's wrong if someone gambles, just care about clickbait, just watch TikToks, or scrolling on the phone, swiping an app? What's the issue if that were the case?
I think if you are much younger, you will feel left behind. You feel too slow. You're not.
If you don't do it, lah.
Yeah, if you don't do it, if you don't participate in all this. But if you are an adult, there's no societal pressure that can make you feel insecure if you don't do it.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you are younger, which is usually the problem that all this rise of
FOMO.
dopamine culture, it's affecting our kids, our teens, and young adults whose brain is not developed yet. They don't know what's happening. And funny thing is that boomers don't know that it's happening to them.
Yeah.
It's only us who know that, okay, there's a rise of dopamine culture. But if you see like our boomer parents,
Candy Crush,
they are stuck
Facebook.
inside.
Shopee.
They are the same as the iPad kids. So we do have 65-year-old viewers who are, I don't know, for some reason Yamcha sessions have like 30% or 65 viewers
What?
and above.
Are they subscribed? Are they
which
subscribed,
is, well, 55% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you guys are watching this and you're not
Illegal
subscribed,
immigrants.
you need to subscribe. So yes, going to your point is that no problem for people like us who is dealing with all this on a daily basis. But for the kids and for the boomers who don't know that they're being programmed, that's a problem.
I feel like you should just lead by example. That's it. If you lead by example, they have nothing to say to you. So that's why I don't look at my phone when my parents or whatever. I just look at my phone. I look at blank space. I talk to Andrew. You know what I mean?
Who's the one that's supposed to be leading by example then?
Clearly they have failed already, so it's okay. I'll take charge lah. Fuck it lah. if all else fails, someone has to take charge, right? You just show lah. Like
Fine, I'll do it.
my
myself.
papa is my grandma is watching the TV for like don't know how long. The same TV show since the 90s. Then after that, parents all on their phones. Then I just talk to Andrew lah. Even my cousins will be looking at their phones, right? Because it's just easier, ma. You don't want to talk to people so much. It's easier. So I just talk to Andrew, lah, and I love talking to Andrew. I learn everything. I always learn when I talk to Andrew. So Andrew, like, did you know in this company, what? I'm like, what? Did you know Touch and Go? What?
So MC Black, so what do you think?
Yeah, do you
about
think it's an
this?
issue?
Yeah, do
Actually,
you think
If
it's
someone
an issue?
Honestly, right? I don't think dopamine is a bad thing. I think we have human. We need some dopamine to live our life.
But I also think it's because we both go to the gym, so we have a solid discipline mentality.
it's how you
But
get the
it's-
dopamine.
It's how you get dopamine, and it's how you handle your dopamine, and how you have your discipline.
Sorry, let me
Okay.
make it more specific.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with dopamine, but what do you think about dopamine culture?
Cheap dopamine.
cheap dopamine.
Cheap
culture.
dopamine.
What do you think about dopamine
I don't
culture?
think it's no bueno. But if you put gym down there, I think it's fine. It's good to have that dopamine in gym as well.
But like going back to my first point,
Yeah.
I think we're in a transition now. We're in a transition phase. We are Man United now. We are transition phase.
So basically, it's not. It's a
It's not
temporary
bad.
problem.
Yeah, so-
I
yeah.
don't know whether it's a problem or not. Like
Bro, remember when Facebook was the thing? Like you go back, you have to see notification.
I
Oh,
never
yeah,
had
yeah.
that. I never
If
had
you
that.
don't see it, you're like, oh.
Yeah. No, but if you have a notification on Facebook, you want to click it, but now you don't care, bro.
Yeah,
Now
back
you
then
like,
I was programmed by instant gratification.
Yeah. Now you don't care, bro. Like, okay, let me go back. Friendster, you must see testimonial. You're like, oh, I got testimonial, all that shit on right? Messages. I don't know. MSN also is a notification, right?
Yeah.
But now it just becomes stale, bro. It's just like I don't care.
Yeah.
And
So
I
what
think-
you're saying, you just outgrow it, lah.
Yeah, you just outgrew it, but the youth,
Yeah.
they still care about.
Yeah, but I think even with TikTok and Reels, in my opinion, I'm not saying I'm not addicted. I still go through a few. But
Just need to have discipline.
yeah, but I have this self-control where let's say I go through 5, right? Then I'm like, look, this is not productive. I'm closing my phone, right? Fuck it. I know, right? The next one, right? So I saw this online. The guy said, bro, do you remember one reel or one TikTok from last year that has stuck with you until today that you have learned something from it? And for me, I can never find that.
I have a couple lah.
I can never, for me personally, I can never remember one or so. Then I'm like, yeah, that's true. I don't really, like my friends send me a lot of fucking Yong, fucking Nick, fucking you. Everybody just, bro, my whole fucking DM on Insta is just real. Then I have to react. The only time I look at Instagram is because people send me fucking things. I don't want to see it, bro. But I see it because I'm polite and I reply, haha. Laughing emoji. Sometimes I don't even watch the whole thing. I'm just like, beginning, I understand where this is going. I just laugh. That's it.
Do I send reels to you?
Not yet, but please don't send to me.
No, but
But
if I send reels to you, it's important reels.
No, that's what everybody says. Yong says, every time I send to you gold. I'm like, Lan Chiao is
check
gold.
it.
It's not fucking gold at all.
Check it.
That's something that I think every millennial is dealing with right now, which
too
is
many things.
communication through reels.
But don't you think like some will be an issue? Like, okay, clickbait, maybe you can outgrow clickbaits and TikTok.
Clickbait, I don't think is wrong, to be honest.
Gambling and swiping, I think these two has the biggest impact. Don't you think so?
So gambling, I feel just like drinking has its negatives. It can be fun. It can be fun gambling. But I think control law, same as swiping. Like, I wouldn't say dating apps are bad lah. I think you just need to, it's just a way of meeting people. It's not bad for me, personally speaking.
Some of it actually have life cycle, like swipe on an app. After a while, you get over it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you get over clickbait. Let's not talk about Viral Noah. You remember back then, Viral Noah
I don't remember.
popularized all the you won't believe, five. It started from this
Is
Viral
Mr.
Noah
Beast-
website.
I hate that she's, bro.
Is Mr. Beast still a thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Mr.
He
Beast.
takes advantage of this, man.
Yeah, Mr. Beast popularized the number game.
Oh.
5 million versus $5.
Oh, okay.
This kind of stuff.
But clearly, you know, I'm the person who doesn't really watch now. That's the question. So to me, right, I feel right that this clickbait thing is actually going through a transition right now. I feel it. I personally feel it. I don't think clickbait is going to be there forever. I feel like it's going to be normalcy. I feel the new trend is normality. Like, for example, right, you know PewDiePie?
Yes.
When he records his daily life, I feel so calm watching it, bro. I'm like, yes, this is what I want to watch. The normal stuff. I don't want to watch anything like hype. It's too much energy for me, bro. I'm like, I cannot deal with this. I just need to watch Kolma.
But I think also because they created economy, right? PewDiePie is huge. He can do whatever he wants, and people will know him. But if you're a new creator,
it's very
new
difficult.
website, new blog, you have to abide to these
Yeah,
rules.
yeah, yeah.
But if you say like things are going back to normal, right? Say, for example, let's put ourselves in the perspective of Says.com or World of Buzz for me to understand what you mean. You mean like the writers there, or just generally in that industry, are starting to not write
Oh yeah,
clickbaity
that's true.
stuff?
No, I'm not relating to that. I'm relating to clickbaity stuff in
I
terms of
understand.
video. Sorry. Yeah. But in terms of articles, all that, I think even newspaper headlines from the get-go have been doing that, ma. You go back to newspapers, it's still clickbaity. It's just
Now it's a bit cringy lah. But
yeah.
back
Last
in
time
the
it's
day-
read baity.
Yeah.
Like if let's say Man United
Yeah.
won, right? They will say 3-0 thrashing. Like wow, very
Or like
creative.
United in ruins, you know, because
Yeah,
Rui got red card.
Rooney, yeah. Ruins. Just stupid shit like that,
Yeah.
lah. So it's
All
clickbaity,
time.
what? You know, I wouldn't say clickbait hasn't been something that is killing us. It's just I think the content of the fucking clickbaity shit is quite shit sometimes, lah.
Yeah, true.
Personally, lah.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, they call it brain rot. Brain rot stuff. Like,
I don't know lah.
one of my brain rots recently has been watching like relationship memes, but like cat. So just cat crying or
Then got
making noise.
the cat.
Yeah. Or like dancing to Avril Lavigne.
Yes.
It's like, hey, you
The
okay.
recent one was a squirrel.
Yeah. Brain rot.
Yeah.
I really like brain rot, honestly. I just feel like what I do like requires so much brain work that I just want some brain rot.
I think that's justified.
Which leads me to my conclusion, right? I think it's okay to have cheap dopamine if you do things where you get hard dopamine. So going to the gym, reading
Trend.
a book. Like I'm writing a book now, so
Wow.
So now like I can see the struggle now trying to write a book because I use TikTok. So I have to set up certain KPIs, like I need to hit like 1K
Write
words
a page
every
or
day,
write a 2-page.
1K words a
yeah,
day, lah, you know, basically. So I think if you have the hard dopamine or the expensive dopamine, then I think having some cheap dopamine is fine. And the last bit on phones, I want to say, and I don't know if you guys feel it this way. I think phones, it's probably an issue, especially if there's some sort of setting that you know is more formal and all that. Obviously, don't use your phones. But in family gatherings or friend gatherings, right, you can see phones as rude and all that, which is true. Using phones instead of conversing, but you also see it as a symptom, right, of actually maybe the relationship is just not interesting, or the people
Yeah.
you don't find interesting. There's nothing interesting happening, so they go.
I love talking to Andrew, so I don't mind.
Yeah,
Like,
but if it's like to your, you know, annoying relative, right, you can't wait to use your phone because it's like a distraction away from them.
yeah.
And so I would say usually I justify my phone usage if let's say my parents are complaining, say, oh, this is nothing interesting to do. But then if let's say my cousin from Singapore comes over, which I like to try him, the phone is nowhere inside.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Maybe yeah.
You know,
Maybe
this
that's-
Chinese New Year, I've decided like just not hold the phone, so I become that guy who just sit and stare into blank space.
yeah, bro, that's most of the
That's
time.
what I did. I just sit down. I just like, come. Anybody want to talk? Talk. No talk. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
just
look at
drink
the
my beer.
sky, the type of
And I
thing.
think that's really the thing. It's not the phone usage. It's that I think human beings have lost the ability to connect better. Because if the conversation is good, right, the phone goes away.
So what should we do then? Like we say we have lost the ability to connect better, but what if actually I don't want to connect?
Then I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
it's okay depending on your attitude, but depending on your personality. But I would say that 99% of people want to connect lah. It's just how do you connect?
I also think it's also the person you connect with. Like I feel I can connect with most people. So if let's say I hang out with you, I can have dinner with you, I can talk to you for like hours, bro.
Bro, I got a neighbor, right? Who we go to gym at the same time at 4 p.m. almost every day.
Okay.
There was I'm an introvert, by the way. One fine day, I decided to say hi to this guy. and he basically like, but he doesn't talk to me.
I feel like he gave you the notch.
Isn't that something you prefer?
No, I mean like I made the attempt to want to be friendly with
And
my
he
neighbors.
acknowledged back you.
Yeah, he acknowledged back, but he was clearly walking faster than I am.
Oh, but do you like it or do you not like it? Do you prefer?
I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
okay.
like here I am, being a bigger person trying to connect
trying
with
to
you.
connect.
But to his defense, maybe he just don't want to talk at gym.
No. We're
On-
walking on the way to gym
Walking.
Oh, really?
from our 29th
I don't know lah.
floor to going to first floor, and then walking 2 minutes to the gym. We're going on the same path in the same lift, and we stay in the
I
same
would just
row.
go earlier a
He,
bit.
he just argued with his wife.
No lah, we don't know his
Yeah,
situation.
we don't know. We don't
We've
know.
seen each other for at least a few times, but anyways, I'm going off tangent.
Yeah, but
Yeah. But if anything, I would say dopamine is fine as long as we have discipline.
I will add to this also just before we end. I think a lot of us don't feel enough pain. That's why dopamine is something that we feel like we need to have.
Yeah.
I think you need to have a bit of suffering in life. So, for example,
Nagato.
like when was the last time you ever went and did something uncomfortable? I think it's something you should ask yourself. Like when, you should do
Last
something.
week.
You should do something uncomfortable physically or mentally. Like if every day you do something physically difficult or mentally difficult. So, for example, mentally difficult for me would be like, talking to someone in Chinese.
Wow.
Like I would be like, my God, this is so difficult for
Mine
me.
was-
But I would overcome that. I'll be like, it's not that bad, right? Physically, it's like, would you rather walk at 6 p.m. or walk at 2 p.m.? I choose purposely 2 p.m. today just to feel a bit of heat. And then I'm like, my God. But then when you do that, right, for some reason, after that physical endeavor or mental endeavor, the outcome feels a bit better. One. So for example, if I mentally spoke Chinese to someone and I can't speak Chinese, I'll be like, at least I learned today that I said this wrongly, or she said this and I couldn't understand it, but next time I'll try to pick it up. And then if physically, somehow water tastes better. That's what I feel. So people rather, people would rather just do something and get dopamine, but you should, sorry, let me reverse that. People should do something to get the dopamine, but it should be something difficult.
Yep.
Then it's worth it one.
Expensive dopamine.
Then it's best. I love it. So the reason why my last few weeks, my Monster Hunter hours have been crazy because I purposely walk at 2 p.m. under Chinese New Year hot sun with a jacket on to sweat.
Fine pink radiant.
Then I'm like, I love this because I walk all the way to fucking like
You got
Pearl Point.
sunblock?
Huh?
You got sunblock on?
Yeah, on my face only.
Are
But I
you
wore a
using-
jacket.
Are you using my Under Armour jacket?
No, because that one is sleeveless and that would kill me. I need to wear a jacket so I don't get sunburned. But basically, my point here is I think expensive dopamine is the way to go. Try to find one expensive dopamine thing to do a day, and I think you'll feel great.
There you go, fellas. That
Yeah.
is the key. Expensive dopamine.
Yes.
All right, guys. I think that will be it. John.
Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The Patreon is not free, but it helps. It helps pay the bills. It helps pay the rent. It helps with a lot of things like HDMI cables.
You know what's free? Subscribing.
Yeah, that one's free. Commenting also is free because you can participate in this conversation, and you could,
But if you also would like for us to talk about certain topics, you let us know.
yeah.
Especially controversial one because I love it.
Yeah, Poighai loves that. He lives for that. That's his dopamine hit. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Love you long time. Bye-bye.